Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 182 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tit, fart, turd, and twat.
And we are your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. This week's topic, as chosen by me, yours truly, is Blink-182.
That's right, folks. Geiger's favorite band, Blink-182. Now, you were really excited about doing this episode. You had said you've been looking forward to it since the beginning of the show. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your history with the band Blink-182, what they mean to you?
Well, I'm really glad you asked. In the late 90s, the early aughts, perhaps even, I was actually a big fan of Blink-182 because I was 14 and retarded, so I didn't really know anything. I was also a big fan of Korn and Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock.
Yep, sounds about right.
Just about in line with all of that stuff was Blink-182. Their songs were popular. They were poppy.
Boy, they sure were popular. Oh, my goodness.
And I really, literally thought that if I liked them outwardly enough, a girl would like that. And that was incorrect, as it turned out.
Say, how'd that work out? Yeah, cool.
We actually have a post in this episode that's kind of related to that. So that'll be fun to hear in a little bit.
Yeah. Now, me personally, I never got into Blink-182. All my friends did. They were really into that band, but I was too busy listening to Billy Idol and Judas Priest.
Wow, I really don't know what's worse. Billy Idol. Good God.
Really bad, dude. Yeah, not great. Yeah, so... it wasn't quite my scene. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fine. There are some folks who seem to still embrace that scene, which we'll talk about later.
Sure are, yes, sir.
But Blink-182, pop-punk band from the mid-90s to the... Well, they sort of became something in the mid-90s and then, let's say, fizzled out by the mid-aughts. Does that sound right?
Sounds about right, yeah.
They had a good 10-year stretch with a high peak right in the middle of that. And since then, they've gone through various changes. There's been some crazy things that have happened to a couple of the guys. Some of them have odd beliefs about things, which we'll talk about.
Sure.
I would say when you think of Blink-182, the average fan, you think of Mark Hoppus, Tom DeLonge, Travis Barker. Those are the big three for this power trio. This amazingly talented band. But there are other members which we will talk about as well. I don't know what else really to say before we read the posts.
I don't think there's much else to say. Why don't we go ahead and get this mosh pit opened up, huh?
Let's act like Blink-182 and be like extremely punk rock about this. Like really against the man.
It's so punk rock, dude. I'm gonna pierce my lip with a with a safety pin right now.
Oh, I literally did that at that age. God damn it. I remember showing my dad and he was like, fucking stop that. Don't do that. He's like, that's fucking weird, dude. He didn't think it was cool. He didn't think it was interesting. He was just very sad that his son was doing that. And he was right to feel that way.
God, what a great start to this episode already. Loving it. So good. So good. Great. Well, like you said, a lot of people out there really into Blink-182, like Reddit user Jody182, who went to the band's subreddit, r/Blink-182, to post this. I am currently pregnant with my first baby, and myself and my husband are huge Blink-182 fans. We are due to find out the sex of our baby this week, and if it's a boy, we are thinking of naming him Mark Thomas Travis, after our favorite band and favorite album. What do you guys think? Mark would be his first name and Thomas Travis as his 2 middle names. And Jimmy G. Wobchob replied, okay, this is pretty cynical of me, but what if later down on the road, they all turned out to be massive pedophiles? Wouldn't your son's name just remind you of something pretty awful? I'm not saying there's any probability in this at all, because there isn't. But yeah, in case you aren't aware, over the last year or two in the UK, there have been freaking loads of cherished celebrities who have come out as child molesters that surprised everyone. Yeah, so thanks, Jimmy. Great advice there. Went ahead and checked out Jodie's posting history, and it turns out that she ended up having a daughter that she named Sophia, and she has recently started posting in our feet pics.
Oh, well, that's a fun twist to the tale. But not surprising, considering her desires.
The Venn diagram would be... yeah.
Of a parent that would give their kid every name from the Blink-182 band versus women that would sell their feet pics online, I would assume. Actually,
she's
not even selling them. She's just
she's
giving them away for free. Giving up the ghost. Yeah. Well, maybe she's teasing him with the Reddit stuff, and then to get the real good stuff, whatever that even means with feet. I don't know what feet pic teasing is.
If you want to see me dump an entire container of cottage cheese over my little piggies,
yeah,
sign up here.
Like, I get if you're into like big cans, you have I have a scarf over my nips. You can't see the real deal, but with your feet, it's like, here's a half of a toe. I really don't get it. I have no idea.
Those low-rise socks.
Yeah. I don't know what is hot a part of the feet, so I'm not sure what she's doing.
Oh, what isn't? More like it.
That's a great point. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I found Mark Hoppus, the bass player and co-lead singer of Blink, over there on wikifeet.com. He's got a 4.88 rating out of 5. Not bad. Here are some of the comments. Username Little Hill, commenting on a picture of Mark's feet, said, in all caps, Jesus Christ, this is amazing. These feet are incredible. And user Kin's feet on the same picture, holy hell, where did you get these from? Literally such a great pic. And then Little Hill came back 10 months later to say this on another picture of Mark. I remember this pic from years ago. I was so young and so, can I say, horny? Which I'm assuming you can say on wikifeet.com. Also, WikiFeet has a very convenient rating system that allows you to look at other celebrities who have been liked by the same users. So for Mark, we have Ryan Felipe, Joel McHale, Daniel Radcliffe, Armie Hammer, and Justin Bieber. So
great.
All of our feet heads out there. If you're into Mark Hoppus's feet, inexplicably, you know where else you can look.
Oh man, I'd give almost anything to be famous enough to have my own WikiFeet account put up. I guess you could literally anybody could start one. So maybe I'll just start curating my own. Just oh no, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Oh wow, there's 68 comments from the same account.
All these pictures
that
are
happens to
uploaded
share
within the
my
last
initials.
8 hours. How embarrassing. I hope nobody looks at this. Boy. Of all the people you would think of, though, Mark Hoppus, not top of the list for WikiFeet guy, Maybe Fabio, maybe? That makes
Fabio.
sense. Sure, he's good looking.
Right. Fabio WikiFeet, what do we have here? Fabio, oh my god, a 3.88.
Wow, he's down. He's down below.
Close
he's
to
below.
Mark Hoppus. Wow.
Gee whiz. What's It's Andy Serkis.
I was going to say Andy Dick. Let's look up Andy Dick since I already typed that in. Andy Dick 2.7. That's brutal. That's tough. Don't know how you spell Andy Serkis, so I'm not going to bother. I know it's not like the circus.
No, I got it here.
I don't think he's on there.
3.6.
Mark Hoppus is better than all of them.
Yeah. Wow. What a fun site. Folks, check out WikiFeed if you got a chance. Maybe one of our listeners will start pages for us over there. Wouldn't that be fun? Hey, unfortunately on the same topic, here's an article from the Daily Mail. Travis Barker seems to have an insatiable appetite for Kourtney Kardashian's feet as he posted a kinky snap on Saturday. The 46-year-old Blink-182 drummer was pictured with his fiance's feet on top of his face as they lounged in matching leopard pajamas. Though it's not the first time he has snapped Kourtney's self-proclaimed angel feet before, in the intimate bedtime snap, Travis was seen buried in the bottom of Kourtney's right foot as he appeared to kiss and lick it for the camera. Cheekily nodding back to his request, Kourtney responded, "You've been extra good."
Oof.
Perhaps a bit too much for Instagram, the majority of comments ranged from "Yo, what?" to "Please stop it" to Travis WTF.
Yeah. Odd thing to throw up there when... Okay, now just if you're just a regular person with you and your wife and you're doing that, weird enough, but when you, like, between the two of you have, like, I don't know, 30 million followers or whatever the hell, what are you doing?
Yeah, and when you're doing that, posting that on Christmas Eve,
well,
when that post was made.
That's fine. I think that's fine. Not everyone, maybe they're Jewish. And that's fine.
And that's also
I'm not upset about that.
Not in the least. No, sir. Oh, man. What an episode out the gate.
But, like, why? There's nothing that you wouldn't do that with any other part of your wife's body or girlfriend's body or whatever, right?
No, you wouldn't, like, show yourself, like, breastfeeding or anything, right? No.
You're just, like licking her ears. You're like, oh, I love her ears. I'm an ear guy. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
I don't know. The foot thing is I'll still never understand. Nope.
We did a whole episode about feet, if I recall correctly.
Sure did. And still don't understand. Don't get it.
Don't remember anything from that one. I'm sure it was good. Episode 298, I believe. But could be off a little bit. Hey, speaking of Travis Barker, I found this post about him over on the subreddit r/drums. And considering that he's a drummer, that would make sense.
Sure.
The OP said, "I'll admit it, I hate the guy. I think he's the single most overrated drummer on the planet. The distance between the pedestal he's put on and his actual skill is breathtaking. I've had people look me in the eyes and say he's the single greatest drummer of all time. All I see is a monkey-armed, smarmy asshole with very mediocre beats and chops. I tried to set my feelings aside and give an honest YouTube dive on what this doofus was bringing to the table, and I honestly couldn't find a single video that impressed me. I'll get this out of the way, because people love to bring this up. Travis Barker is a better drummer than me. I've been drumming for about 15 years, off and on, and am reasonable behind a kit, but should be better for 15 years of drumming." And a now deleted user said, he was the sole survivor of a plane crash.
Get a free pass, baby. Guy can do whatever he wants.
Is true. He was literally in 2008 in a plane crash, private jet. I'm not going to say anything about this. Maybe some folks out there might have their own words, but the captain of that flight was a woman. And the plane crashed shortly after taking off from the runway. And everyone on board died except for Travis, who was also burned almost all over his entire body. So he still drums. From then, he never flew again until a couple months ago, where his gal pal, Kourtney Kardashian, convinced him to fly again. That's right. So the feet must be really good. The guy literally has parts of his body missing due to a plane crash. And she's like, but baby, can we please fly? He's like, oh.
Yeah,
the soles are good enough.
Yeah, let me suck them toes, baby. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, well, it's a shit. I do like the kind of backhanded thing of like, he is a drummer than me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he sucks, but he is better than I am.
Gotta give it to him.
Credit where credit is due. I stink. So, great. In a very similar theme to that last one, Diomedes went to the forums at talkbase.com to post this. Why do people hate Mark Hoppus so much? They always say he's overrated, but I've never heard anybody say he's a great bassist, so why do people always say he's overrated? Personally, I think he does just a great job singing well and playing the bass, which is hard enough. Why the hate? And Mikey Fingers replied, I don't have anything personal against Hoppus. It's just that Blink-182 sucks immensely. He never plays anything even remotely good, and all the music is painfully simple. Their fans think these guys are gods, but they wouldn't know real talent if it fell out of the sky, landed on their face, and started wiggling. Quite honestly, I hate him because I'm a better bassist than him, but I'm not famous, and he is. And he has a signature model Fender. I guess it is personal.
Yeah, this is about what I expect on that sort of forum. I used to post on guitar forums back in the day.
Sure.
When I was in my teens. And it was all extremely pretentious about this sort of thing.
Now we've also done a guitar episode as well. Mm-hmm. And it seems like that was the recurring thread throughout the entire thing. Yep. Was that people that post online about guitars are assholes. So
yeah, if you're an online musician, it's very easy to just be like, yeah, I'm great. And, like, I know everything about being a great guitarist, great saxophonist, whatever.
No, I don't have to prove anything to you people.
Yeah. And you can just talk shit about the guys who do it professionally and make a shitload of money doing it. It's awesome.
Good.
But yeah, just another guy who actually is personally against against him. Like, I don't like him. Straight up don't like the guy.
It's not that I don't like him, it's just that I do actually like
absolutely
him,
do not like the guy. Well, let's talk about the third member, Tom DeLonge. He's the guitarist, and he's the guy who's like, all the small things.
Yeah.
That voice that you don't know what kind of accent. Like, is that
Boston? Is it Midwest? Is it California? What's going on?
Irish? What the hell's going on? He is a lifetime fan of UFOs and aliens. He's actually tweeted out about it a bunch. He's shared very grainy images of UFOs that he found online and said, here's proof. Cool. It could be literally anything. It could be a picture of a Q-tip in his bathroom. Who the hell knows? He also wrote a damn novel called Secret Machines, Book 1, Chasing Shadows.
Oh, boy.
Here's a brief synopsis. Okay. Chasing Shadows follows intersecting stories of Tamika, a skeptical UFO journalist, Jersey, a World War II prisoner of war, Jennifer, an heiress, and Alan, a pilot involved with an Area 51 project. Somehow, this book doesn't have bad reviews. It's actually, people seem to enjoy it. But I found this very interesting thing. It's a personal email that Tom sent to a friend describing the book. I know you are so busy, so I apologize in advance. I ask that you consider reading the foreword in my new book. I wrote this as a personal letter to my youth, so they can walk with me through all of this. When you read it, you will get that same sense, a wide-eyed and respectful experience. Also, you make an invisible appearance within the text at the end. My co-author is a distinguished professor at the Robertson School of Shakespeare and New York Times best-selling author. Basically, he's really fucking good. Elevated writing and award-worthy if he wasn't attached to my name, too. Ha! You may actually love the book, if you like great stuff and have amazing taste. But until then, check out the forward if you find time in all the madness. Best, Tom DeLonge.
Okay.
Well, the madness that Tom is referring to is the 2016 election, as this is an email sent directly to John Podesta and was leaked during the Clinton email scandal. So,
What? What the hell is going on? Out of every combination of people that could possibly be friends, the frontman of Blink-182 and John Podesta.
well, friends is not the best of words, because if you actually look through those emails that were leaked, it's Tom emailing John a lot, and then there's also emails of John's assistant forwarding those messages to Mr. Podesta and saying, "Do you want me to blow this guy off or what?" Which had to really hurt Tom when he saw those actually leaked by I don't know, Julian Assange or whatever it was. It had to be tough.
That rocks. Okay.
Yeah, so at some point Tom DeLonge became intimate in some capacity with the 2016 Clinton campaign, and while that was going on, he wanted those folks to read about his alien book. So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a word for it. Sure. Cool. All right. Fucking weird. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
That's right.
Well, speaking of Tom, back in 2011, him and his other band, Angels and Airwaves, one of his other bands, produced and created the score for a film titled Love. Here's a review of the movie on IMDb from Leo Kyle 6920. Some guy stuck in space, loses contact with Earth, goes crazy. Then a bunch of random pictures and images. Then some music at the end. A total waste of my time. I will never watch a movie by this director. I will also never watch a movie by this writer either. Angel and Airwaves is an okay band, but I won't listen to them again either. I'm super angry. Awful movie. The worst I've seen in years. Glad I never spent money on this. Would love an apology from all who participated in it even. It was like watching grass grow or watching ice melt. Also, this is my first review on IMDb, and it will be my last. You must submit at least 10 lines of text. So lame. And you cannot spell any naughty words. This is not much freedom, I'd say. It's my review, and I should be able to say as much or as little as I'd like. And if I want to use swear words to do so as well, that should be my choice. IMDb is just as worthless as this movie. I truly hope they suspend my account as well. IMDb is an awful piece of garbage. Here's my middle finger, IMDb. Suck my dick.
So they weren't, it wasn't their favorite movie, we could probably agree. And they're definitely not a fan of IMDb, from what I could tell. But again, I haven't read through the lines completely.
And this was a 1-star review.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every once in a while you'll hear about a movie where this like very experimental artist did all the entire soundtrack, and then it's just dog shit.
Sure.
And it's a weird selling point for a movie, because I don't really give a shit about the music in a movie unless it's a musical.
Yeah, that's kind of where you draw the line on that stuff. Sure. Yeah.
But even that I don't want to see. So in my own personal thing, but
yeah, not entirely sure what the thought process behind letting Tom and his band produce a film was. Like, did they really think that was going to go over well? But, good for him and the rest of that gang for being able to do it, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
The director of that film just directed the latest sequel in the Paranormal Activity series.
All right, so get moving on up. Slowly but surely.
I guess. I don't know. It's the eighth movie in the series, if you can believe it.
Direct to streaming. That's somehow even like worse than like directly to like Redbox. Direct to streaming, that's like a kick in the teeth. Like you could just, as we've said in the past, anybody can put anything they want up on Amazon Prime Video.
Yes, we could put videos of this podcast on Amazon Prime.
So, yeah.
But we won't, because that requires more than a second of work.
A modicum of effort. Oh well.
All right, we're going to stop right here because we're going to finish the rest of this episode over on patreon.com/reportthispost. That's right. If you enjoyed this first 20-ish to 30-ish minutes of the episode, you'll be happy to know that there's about an hour extra of this one over there on patreon.com/reportthispost. Head over there. And all you got to do is subscribe for $5 a month. You'll get every single full episode with dozens of more posts a month, plus an additional bonus episode every single week. Unbelievable. This is literally millions of posts that we read on the air every single month. Possibly billions. I have not counted. In fact, I can't count. I'm actually illiterate as well. But irregardless, patreon.com/reportthispost, and we'll see you over there, and God bless.